Wow.
Sick.
Exactly what I pictured, actually. Black valve covers, black intake manifold, black water pump.
And she's in. Hey everybody, I'm Chris Forsberg.
And I'm Dylan Hughes.
And welcome to the Fix It Flat 50th Anniversary C10 build. All right, yeah, a lot of sitting around.
A lot of sitting around, man.
A little bit.
We don't have all that much to do.
Yeah, we're waiting on the truck to come back. It's up at paint. I think the paint's pretty much drying right now, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, he's spraying it down, buffing it up, getting it ready for pickup. But in the meantime, we've been getting all the parts together that we needed because there's a lot of accessories, there's the drivetrain, wheels and tires, all kinds of cool stuff coming in.
Yep. So lots of online shopping. So the Edelbrock engine showed up. We got a whole pile of parts, suspension-wise, all sorts of bushings.
Yeah, it was awesome. I just hopped on the AutoZone site and was able to just go through and pick everything out because we got some parts coming from the 1970 C10. We got some parts coming from a 95 Chevy pickup. We got some parts coming from a C20, you know, some upgraded bits. So it's like a little bit of
Little mix and match.
little mix and match setup to get our new suspension on there. So it's all nice and upgraded, durable parts.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more beefy, which is gonna be really good for this truck. The wheels and tires were looking rad.
Oh yeah, I'm loving those, yeah.
And right now, we're basically just chilling on the bench that goes in that thing.
Yeah, which we have a new cover for.
Yeah.
So it matches the new paint job. So we can, you know, dirty this one up a little bit.
So, well, I'm really looking forward to that truck to come back. I wanna work on it.
Yeah, I want to hear that engine fire up. Yeah, we got that Magnaflow exhaust on there. That's gonna be sweet. Yeah. And what else did we get? That's about it, right?
That's it. We got a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. Yeah, it seems like just a little bit, but there's a nice pile sitting right over there. So
We're just gonna be tossing parts of that thing for the next couple weeks. But we're doing nothing until it shows up.
all right, what you got in there? Okay. Got that little boy?
Chris is not allowed to touch that.
Not bad.
AutoZone coming in clutch.
And they had all this in like a day. We put this order in yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. Now that we have a big pile of Duralast parts, we have a bigger pile back here actually, it's just some of them. But we're gonna open some of this stuff up and get it ready to go into our brand new powder coated frame, or used frame that's freshly powder coated, I should say. Right?
Nice and fresh, though, either way.
Yeah,
Pretty
the powder coat is new.
Yeah, right.
Frame is old.
Frame is old. But it looks new. Let's see what we got here. What do we got? What's first?
So one of the things that we have to do is convert it to a different style front control arm package because we're gonna replace the front spindles with a heavier duty setup, a little more modern package. What it's gonna do is allow us to run later generation brakes and spindles and wheels and bearings and everything else. So we did like C20 lower control arms and then like K1500 upper control arms. Like it was this whole package I had to find online to give us the right lengths and ball joints to get this thing propped up a little bit more and the right size tapers to run the later style spindles so we can get the bigger brakes on the truck.
Whew. Fancy pants stuff right here.
Yeah.
So this thing's gonna be stronger, better braking, better, bigger ball joints.
Yeah.
All around better.
Dang,
look at that guy.
So that's the newer, bigger caliper. So yeah,
Wow.
It's cool because it's still like the sliding style. It keeps the classic look, but it's a much bigger piston for the bigger wheels.
Look at that thing. That thing's like a 3-inch piston on that
it's
thing.
enormous. That'll keep a classic look, but give us some better braking, which is what we're kind of going for on this truck. So when I was looking up on how to convert this truck to the later generation brakes and everything else, I found a couple guys that did some builds and they listed off you know, the ball joints, the control arms, and everything else that you need to get the right size tapers for the new spindles. And then all I had to do was just jump onto AutoZone and just plug those numbers in and get the different make, model years and find the correct part. And it was all right there. It was all in stock. It all showed up within a day, which is rad.
Pretty impressive.
And so on some of these, we're gonna have to press out the ball joint for a different size. So that's what these are, fresh ball joints for the lower controls. So we can get into this, right?
basically just a different size overall so that we can get the strongest and the best of pretty much everything that Chevy has to offer.
Yeah, so these are fresh from Duralast, and like I said, these I believe these were C20 lower control arms, and then you get the 1500 like 96 Silverado lower ball joint, and like everything is pretty interchangeable, which is cool.
Sick.
And so it's just a funny little combination of things that we have to do to get basically 4th generation suspension and brakes onto a 1st generation truck. So yeah,
cool.
Some fresh, a couple more tie rods. Same thing. I want to get all new bushings, all new joints, no slop in that suspension. 50-year-old suspension is gonna be pretty smoked.
Pretty smoked. Now I do recall when we were driving that thing back, it was
beautiful.
It was good. It worked, but this is gonna be much better. Nice and tight, fresh ball joints is gonna be appreciated.
So these are motor mounts. Granted, I'm not putting the motor in just yet, but it's nice looking. Fresh parts, fresh bits. So of course, can't have a brake package without fresh rotors. Same thing, Duralast has got these guys. Fresh, ready to go. Oh,
Free piece of wood
that you're
nice.
looking for. Yeah, wicked.
Stronger than I thought.
We see over here.
Nice. Damn, it's even got the lug nuts and all. So basically we just got to get a bearing set, pack that baby in there.
Yeah, no problem.
So the power steering line, the power steering pump's gonna be hanging off the side of the motor, and that's gonna be driven by the crank. And then this is gonna go to the steering box, which connects to the pivot arm, which we saw earlier. So nice, fresh, all clean lines. And hopefully these don't leak quite as bad as the other ones.
Yeah,
they were kind of a mess.
Really bad.
Really bad. Last but certainly not least, Freshy Duralast Platinum battery.
Yeah, that's gonna get us fired up ASAP.
ASAP.
Yeah, because we're almost ready for it.
Yeah. Hopefully this thing will still have a charge once we get to starting it.
You know, always better to have like a nice non-spillable AGM style battery versus like the acid type, the liquid filled.
Yeah, I think so. This will do the trick. Everybody hates a dead battery. Not this time.
Well, we have more parts coming in for the truck. Since it's out of paint, we are staying as busy as we can. You know, we can't work on the truck physically, but we got our new Method wheels. We went with a pretty slick setup. We'll pull one out in a second. And also some Nexen Tire Rodian MTXs. These are the same tires that I run, actually, and wheels. Same wheels and tires that I run on my daily driver too. So super nice, really aggressive compound, you know, gives it that off-road look, but still nice and durable enough for daily driving. You know, not gonna wear them out too quickly. But for the wheels, we went with the Method 315s. They have a nice classic look to them to go with the theme of the truck and the, you know, overall styling of it. Oh, that's awesome. So it just has that nice little classic look to it with the bead lock and all the nice machined holes, machined surface. Went with silver instead of black, so it really pops out on the truck, especially when we get it all back together with those chrome hits. So what do you say we mount these suckers up? And so the cool thing about these MTXs is they have 2 different block patterns on the sidewalls. So they have like this little Raptor style setup, little scaly boys, or like the really aggressive block pattern. I like the block pattern, so that's what we're gonna go with. 16-inch wheels, 31-inch overall diameter tire. It is a 265/75/16. And so that's gonna give us a 31-inch ratio. So. Booyah. There we go. Whoop. There she is. That's a freaking beaut.
Well, so we just happened to be in the area, picking up another build.
Just a quick cruise.
So we figured we'd swing by Dominator Street Rods, check on the old 1970 Chevy C10 build, and we'll see it from here.
See it back there. It looks like they've been sanding on it.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I've
check
seen
it
a
out.
couple of photos since, but this is the first time in person since you dropped it off.
Look at Whitey, fresh.
Look at this guy.
Yeah. See, they got the same idea as me. You're gonna go sand and you do it outside.
You do it outside, absolutely. I almost like it like just this color. Like just.
Let's just clear coat it. Did I get approved?
Is that okay? Dude, this thing's looking pretty stellar.
It's looking really good. Yeah, they got it sanded down. You know, a little bit of filler in some of those dents.
Just like little bits here and there.
Yeah,
Nothing
it's
crazy.
not like a full skin like you would think on an old car like that. And like I'm sure they're still gonna go back over it. Some of that's gonna, I can feel some high spots. I'm sure it's gonna smooth out even more. Looks
yeah.
like they just applied some. Yeah,
Dude,
this
looks
awesome. Like they're not just layering paint,
right.
you know? It's not like a quick scuff and shoot. Taking it all the way down. It's really, really cool. Yeah, because even this piece is Cal that just taking all the paint off all the way down and then working their way up to A-pillar. A couple of these little rough spots I remember seeing. Looks like they're getting into those and getting those filled up with some body filler because that's probably where some of that metal is eating away. And what I saw them doing on the other car was you know, cutting it out and welding it and
Right.
grinding it back flush again. So adding metal instead of that filler as
Right.
much as possible.
You know how it works. Yeah.
So what we're doing here is we are preparing ready to put the black interior paint
Okay.
underneath the bed. Once we get done with that, we're gonna flip it back over and do all the metal work. And being truck, it's lived its life.
Oh yeah.
You know, which is okay.
As trucks do.
I was gonna say, I see like a couple little hammer marks trying to push some of that stuff out a little bit.
And it's just really important for us to keep the original parts. You know, just as much original stuff we can do as good because it's still Chevy. You can see the fenders.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, check out the fenders.
The fenders.
Oh.
Yeah, polish up.
Yep.
It was definitely the passenger side. That would be this side.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just, yeah.
I see a couple of X's over here, and then.
Yep.
Yep, it was right here. Oh yeah, here it
So
is.
there's still some metal. There's still some
Yeah,
metal
yeah.
work we have to do there.
So, but yeah, you got the most of it out. That was a big crease.
Yeah.
We can. Like yeah, there's still a couple of marks, but you
Yeah.
still got a little
We'll
work to do.
we'll still get hammered on it.
Yeah, well. Wait, so how are we looking overall? Like, was it more work, less work than you thought?
It's a truck. You know, I'm
Good answer.
happy. I'm happy about it that it wasn't all beat up and rusty and stuff like that. So it's a little bit less. You know, but what just means we're just gonna make it better because we'll still put the amount of time in it.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, it sounds like we're ahead of schedule.
First
Part of
time
your truck.
ever. Potentially ahead of schedule. Nice. So cabin cow portion looking really solid. So again, a little bit less green paint than we saw before.
It was so great that this truck was in really good condition. You know, and then with the color break that we're doing, I believe, is we're gonna paint a body color to here. And this is possibly, might be going satin black that way.
Oh yeah. Right. We talked about that a
Yep,
little bit
yep,
before
yep.
getting it black, so that engine's really just gonna shine.
Yeah.
in there. Right on, Leonard. Well, it's
No,
looking
it's
awesome,
great.
man.
Yeah,
We are
really good.
stoked.
Yep.
But yeah, we will get out of your hair. Thank you for showing us around it yet again.
Absolutely.
Right on, man.
Anytime.
Bring her on in.
Hey,
Righty then.
that's a big box.
Hey.
Yeah, look at that. Mine came pre-undone. Way ahead of you, dog.
Wow.
Woo!
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that all stainless?
Yeah, this is the MagnaFlow dual exhaust for the C10.
Whoa.
So nice and easy. So the cool thing is it comes with all the slip fits so you can get it nice and even.
That's pretty good material right there.
It's not bad.
Looks good. Okay.
Pass them out. You want to stand them up?
Ooh, I want this one. Extreme.
There she is.
Up.
Look at that.
Nice. Whoa. I don't even want to set that thing. I don't even want to set it down. I can't even touch it.
Dual exhaust. All right, all right.
I can literally see my reflection in that thing.
And then there it is. All right, got a nice little diagram. Think we can figure this out. Pipe to the X to the pipe to the muffler to the pipe.
Cool.
Easy enough. Just comes in and shows you everything you need. I like that. Clamp it on. Yeah, that's cool. It's the same thing. You can just like adjust the height on it and get everything nice and even.
I'm stoked that a lot of it's slip fit because then you can get it all clocked up, angled just the way you want it.
Yep. And these guys just like slip right through the band, clamp on. Yeah, super easy to install. More stuff.
Truck stuff.
Hey, check out this big thing.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Nice looking box.
We got quite a packing list here. We have at least 6 break-in oil hydro press filters. We got a Performance Series 600 CFM carburetor and a bunch of other stuff. That doesn't matter.
So it's a pushrod V8 Edelbrock engine, carbureted.
Carbureted too. That's the big thing.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's a little different for us.
Yeah, they're gonna stop by and help us set this thing up and tune it. I mean, it should be pretty tuned, should be ready to go and hook up both wires.
Carbureted things.
Yeah, get the cutters.
Yeah.
I'm stoked to see the pictures of it.
Hey, at least this thing's not gonna fall in half here anytime soon.
Yeah.
Wow!
Sick!
Exactly what I pictured, actually.
Exactly what I want it to be.
Damn.
I love the black valve covers.
Black valve covers, black intake manifold, black water pump. We are talking.
Yeah.
Dude, check out these like exhaust port covers that are just like the perfect size. It's the little things, attention to detail.
Oh yeah, I like that stuff. Yeah, I was not into the carbureted aspect. It was like, first thing we're gonna do is put fuel injection on this thing, but like they're super confident that this thing will fire up and run all the time. I've seen carburetors fire up and run all the time. I just don't do it. It's not my thing.
We've just never played with that. We're
Yeah,
just
so-
like fuel injection only.
So yeah, since Edelbrock is down to help us get this thing going, I'm sure it's gonna be perfectly reliable. Gonna just wire this thing up real quick.
Done.
Brand new. It's a joke, right?
Ready to start. That's awesome. I kind of like how the hardware has a Torx on the inside of it and then a hex on the outside. You got 2 chances to strip that baby out. You know what? I think it's better it's not an LS motor. LS motor's like almost too cookie cutter at this point.
Oh yeah.
So like now we're just gonna take a step back. We're gonna go a little bit old school, and the carburetor is like my favorite part. Simple, old school, awesome. We're gonna go right ahead and fire us up with our favorite Permatex orange thread locker. It's recommended. I always love firing open a freshie. I don't know why. It means you're about to do something cool. Bada bing. That's all you need.
See what I mean? Woo! That really finishes her off. Look at that thing now. Hard day on the job.
Yeah.
Put a whole intake on today.
Tough stuff, man.
Oh, we opened the box too. She's in. I'm loving it, man. This thing is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be looking good. We got a couple more things to add around it, but she's pretty close.
Just gotta wait for that frame to come back.
Yeah.